All right, PoA. Let's get rocking on part 5. All right, so let's talk about the relationship between independent variable and IV and a dependent variable, a DV. So the names kind of imply what the real relationship is. In fact, we made this great yellow poster. You guys made this great yellow poster, kind of outlining it. But in the end, this whole thing is about dependence or control. So the best way I could put this is that the IV controls the DV. Okay? Another way to say that is a DV depends on IV. Okay? Another way to say this is that the IV is in charge. Okay? It's the one controlling the whole situation. So with that in mind, if I need to kind of look at the situation, tell me which is which, I need to ask myself what's really in control here. So if I'm looking at the number of days worked and money earned, is the money controlling the number of days, or is the days controlling the money? In other words, if I work more days, do I earn more money? Okay? Or if I work more money, do I earn more days? Like, which one is it? Now, the second scenario makes absolutely no sense, which definitely tells me that the number of days is in control and the money comes after the fact. So we can mark that here. The independent variable is number of days, and the dependent variable is money earned. Now, if you look at the last column, they want us to write an algebraic rule, which we can totally do. We know how to do that. It's always about finding those two pieces, where I'm starting and how much I'm changing. Okay. So if I want to find an algebraic rule, I can totally do that. Again, the algebraic rule we're looking at will always be the change times x plus the start. Okay, so in this particular case, the change I'm looking at is 100, and then the start value is going to be 0. I don't have to write the plus 0 because this is just proportional, so y equals 100x is more than enough. Let's talk about the zombies. The zombies attack Como. There are 400 zombies, but they are being hunted and lose a steady 50 zombies per hour. So if we think about what we're comparing time it takes to kill the zombies and how many zombies are left. So again, which is which is the control. If I take more time, I'll kill more zombies, or if I take more zombies, I'll kill more time. Again, second scenario makes no sense. So the independent variable, what's really in control, is going to be the time, like the number of hours, and the dependent variable is going to be number of zombies. Okay? So if I increase the amount of time I'm hunting them, that's going to control how many more zombies are actually there. And again, we're still trying to find the algebraic rule. So if I'm kind of tearing this apart, I see I'm actually starting at 400 zombies. And if I look at the change, I'm going to lose 50 per hour. So I'm going to represent that by a negative 50 because that's how I represent loss. So my algebraic rule, again, change x plus start, is going to be negative 50 for my change every hour, which is x, plus a start value of 400 zombies. Let's do one more here. Oh, look, I actually have the graph on this one. Independent, dependent. Now, there's a couple ways on a graph you can tell. Typically, that will always be the IV. This will always be the DV. But we should always take a second and logically make sure that makes sense to us. So number of hours studied, test grade. So is it true that the number of hours studied controls the test grade you get, or the test grade controls the number of hours you study? Well, I would argue it's the other way around. The more you study, the better grade you get. That's proven. So we can identify V and DV. So we're looking at number of hours, and then this is going to be test grade. Do you think there's a message in there I'm trying to send you? Yeah, probably. So the algebraic rule is going to be a little bit tougher. I'm still looking for a start and a change, and if I look at my graph, I can definitely see that is going to be my start value. But what I don't have a clear sense of what's going to be my change. But look at this. If I start here at 0 and I go to 1, well, how much does my test grade go up? Like, what's this vertical change? Because we're always obsessed with this vertical change. Excuse me. So as we're going up 1 hour, this vertical change is going to be 40%. Okay, which that turns into our total change, which is just going to be 40. So if I slide back over to my algebraic rule, again, it's going to be change x plus start. So we're going to have the change of 40 points for every hour you study, starting at no points. So we can shorten that a bit, just 40 points for every hour you study. Booyah. Okay. So help your friend if you need to. I'll see you guys in the next part. I think this is part 5.